What's up, YouTube? What's up, Discord? Free from it all here. I just wanted to do a video on NVTS. Alerted the Discord to this yesterday at $2. It spiked all the way up to 650. I would have. I wasn't able to play it in the after hours yesterday. I was locked in too many options positions in other stocks and contracts. Today I was able to finally get in and do some price action. Currently, average is about 475. Not overly worried about this though. If you look at other Nvidia companies, once they've made their announcements, I mean, this is sort of the trajectory of these companies. This was a $33 stock. They had a bad earnings. Their earnings was abysmal. Everyone, like, people are pretending like it was good. Their EPS was 499% worse than expected. It was supposed to be minus 12 and they were minus 59. And also reported like a $400 million loss on like 25 billion capex spent. So basically they're spending 25 billion and they can't even make $1 net. And then they just had to borrow more money yesterday. But that is one trajectory which doesn't seem to be cooling. Today, I think it might have its first red day in a while. It's pretty tough to top something like that. But then you have SoundHound, right? It was an extremely minor investment from Nvidia, guys. It was trading around $1.50, spiked up to $8, came back down to 4, spiked up to 25. Okay, and then Nvidia sold their shares and it collapsed, but it's still trading at 10. $10 almost from $1 and change. Does that sound like a stock? Oh, $1 and change, right? And then what was the other one? There was a robotics stock. 1 second here. I had stock what's loaded up because I was going to share some information. There we go. Took me a minute to find. Sorry. Serve. So here was another Nvidia stock. This was robotics. So they before Nvidia, $1. So like IPO, $37. Drops down to $1 and change. Nvidia comes along. Where did it go? $25. Seems to be like some golden magic rule or something that these things go to like $25. I'm not saying that is exactly where this is going to go, but I'm not ruling that out either. Looks like CoreWeave is finally dumping off. Long overdue. Anyways, so this is kind of where this IPO it came out. I think it IPO'd at like $12, and then for the better part of since then, like it spiked, spiked up to 22 and change, and then it's been shorted ever since. But they've put all of their money into R&D, guys, and they finally found the biggest name money could find in a partner, right? They don't have any debt. This is one of the things that's really incredible about the company is they don't have any debt. They don't have any outstanding warrants to dilute. They don't have any outstanding junk bonds they got to pay back. They have no debt. So while they weren't making a bunch of money, they don't have any debt to worry about. So next earnings, after they get all their money from Nvidia and whoever else, I imagine their earnings is going to be like a beat and surprise by thousands of percent, or hundreds to thousands of percent. I'm almost certain of it. Rosenblatt gave them a raised price target today of 6. They're just the first. I would imagine more will be coming. Okay, they got about 4 billion assets under management. It's not like it's not like JP Morgan or anything, but it's 4 billion assets under management. Okay, but yeah, if you've missed any of these other Nvidia plays, why take your chances? Why not get some exposure to this? In my opinion, for the for the AMC GameStop people who like short squeezes. I'm not a super big fan of Fintel, but I decided to check it out. It's 10 days to cover. I don't recall I don't recall AMC or GameStop ever being over 5. Now, I do recall the short interest was quite high, and the cost to borrow on those were extremely high. But I mean, look at the off-exchange short, 43%. I mean, this thing is shorted into oblivion, and they are going to be screwed. 10 days to cover. Today's only day 1, guys. day one. Obviously, not all the shorts will cover. Some will add. You know, they'll average, but they're gonna get their buttholes blown out if this thing moves higher. And I'm not a perma bull by any stretch of it. I definitely short companies, sell calls. You know, like if I'm bearish, I'll sell some calls, things like that. But this is very difficult to ignore. So it seems to have a lot of things going for it, and some good momentum. Um, for today. I mean, it's holding up well. You look at this and you do like a Fibonacci on it, right? And it's coming in around the 50 percentile, which seems pretty. Let me get this to like 188. It's a 650. There it is, 650. Trying to get it straight. So like you are literally on the 50% Fibonacci as I complete this video, or coming to the end of the video here, right? So if you don't know what a Fibonacci is, you know, join my Discord. I do teach it in the premium, but I mean, I have lots of videos on it. You can join as standard. It's all good. The link will be pinned in the comments and in the description. That's going to take you to upgrade.chat/freefromitall, which you see the link there on screen in the blue at the bottom left. It's going to bring you into our Discord. Okay, we have a Discord room. I did alert the stock yesterday at $2. I have a video from yesterday that I put out. There was like nobody was doing videos. I don't know if anybody's even still doing videos other than me. Who knows? But this is our Discord. Okay, I did a bunch of research last night on NAVITAS. So all the warrants it ever had were exercised like in 2022. So basically, they just have cash and nothing but blue skies ahead, in my opinion. You've got all these companies, right? They're going to require. They're going to be needing to require cash savings where they can find it, right? And the point of this company is aiming to reduce power consumption and maintenance costs, right? Having to replace your equipment is a significant burden in the AI space, and they think that they can reduce those costs by up to 70%, which, I mean, imagine like more than almost, you would get almost double the life expectancy out of your GPUs and other equipment. Like, that's literally cutting your overall costs, like your equipment costs, in half if you doubled up on efficiency and longevity, right? So you guys. I mean, I have a sizable position. I did do some trading, like some scalping and selling this morning, but I'm currently very long on this stock. I'm looking at. I guess I didn't. I don't think I did talk about the price targets here. Yeah. So overall, I'm looking at. So if you look here, you'll see $5, $5, $5. Here's $4. Tons of support there, right? There's $4. Up here, 550, right? That's kind of, that's going to be an area of contention. You get up and over that 650, that's where it hit last night. You know, you've definitely got some 650 zones, right? 650 to 675, and then above that it just goes to like 850 and then 10 and change. So currently shorts are beating this down a bit, right? But it's Fibonacci retracing. So what are you going to do? It's pretty normal. I mean, especially when the market is not really performing today, so to speak. Like, it's pretty much flat. The SPY is pretty flat. There are outliners today that are really moving today, but by and large, it's pretty flat. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing go even as low as 370. I don't want to see it go there. My average is 476. I definitely don't want to see it going back to 200 EMA with such incredible news and a volume of 137 million. But what I want and what happens, it's irrelevant. It's going to do what it's going to do. But I mean, this volume is substantial. So I think you're looking at extremely good buy entry point here. If you get in here, your entry point is 4 and change, and you've seen it hit 650 multiple times within the last 12 hours. You know, flip a coin, guys, right? Goes to 650 or goes to 310. If your company is partnered with NVIDIA, which side are you going to go on, long or short, right? Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. We'll see about more videos in the future on this ticker. Currently long, and I'm holding 550, 650, and $8 are my immediate targets. That's what I want to see. That's it. Free.